All right, ladies, congratulations on the win. Just how does it feel to get this new season, new head coaching era off with a win?
You start. It's awesome. I think we had a really good preseason, and we've all been just working as hard as we can in practice every day. Preseason, the double days, we all came in just with a new mindset and knew that we had to really work every single day and work on the details, refine the details. And so, yeah, we've just all been working really, really hard, and I think that showed tonight.
Yep, I personally love the coaches. I think just with such a new team, one, we have a bunch of new players, and even the returners, adjusting to just a whole new coaching staff. I think everyone has handled it really, really well, and I think that we can only go up from here.
So I was here for the exhibition match, what was it, 6 days ago or something
Yep.
like that? And you guys showed so much prowess together, on the front, on the middle, on the outside. It was incredible.
Thank you.
But what do y'all do off the court and on the court to kind of keep up that chemistry together? Because obviously you have to be so in sync to be able to go up for blocks at the exact same time, know your timing, all the things. What is your strategy?
Aside from working on it a lot in practice, we just came out of 2 days, so obviously we've been with each other. We did not leave the gym. So we'd be on the bean bags in the locker room watching TV, all of that kind of thing. And we did a cooking class, believe it or not. So we did a little team bonding. Not sure if we got any better at cooking, but
Yeah.
that's just one of the little things that we like to do.
I think coming in the summer, we knew that we were going to have 7 new players and only 8 returners, and so it was a really big focus for us off the bat that we were all spending as much time as we could together and doing things off the court, learning each other's personalities. Because it's a new culture, it's a new team, and so that was a big focus coming in before we even got to the volleyball side. So I think that's really starting to show.
How has Coach Bosford helped you guys in the team building and the culture building aspect?
Yeah, I know when he came, he talked about him taking the lead and kind of initiating a lot of the new culture rebuilding that we've been talking about. But at the end of the day, he wants it to be player-led, and he wants us to kind of lead off of that and continue to just lead each other and have that leadership from him, but also just as much leadership as we can between one another. So.
Yeah, we are an old team, so we have a lot of older people that have been playing volleyball for a while. But Matt's one of his big things is we're not rebuilding for the future, we're rebuilding for now.
Mm-hmm.
The future is now, and so we're not gonna wait into the future to become one of those top programs. Today is the day. So I think that's something that we focus on in practice and everything is in a big part of our culture is that now is the time to be at the top. We're not just gonna be preparing for the future.
Coach was talking about the server for the mocks in set 3 there. Just what were you guys seeing out there on the court, and how do you respond after a set like that?
Yeah, she was doing a great job being really consistent in the time that mattered, and so props to her for that. I think on serve receive, as far as helping each other out, I know that as an outside myself, getting help from that middle back and being in that position trying to help my pin hitter is really important, and we've been working on that a lot in practice, and so kind of trying to execute that even though it wasn't being executed very well at the time, but continue to just talk through it and just stay really calm. Despite winning or losing that set, we knew that we were gonna come back in that fourth. So.
Yep, everything starts with the pass, serve receive. It's one of the hardest aspects of the game, and just especially when you're in that hole, it's just really hard to be calm and be able to pass a good ball. I'm a middle, I don't pass a lot, but I can only imagine. And then just in that fourth set, losing in the third obviously just made us really upset, and we were look, we need to go out there and prove a point. Yeah. And so I think we did that in the fourth.
Reaghan, coach was talking about your flexibility out there and how, so usually with flexibility we see with volleyball players is you have, 2 positions you play, but you do 3. So what's it like to be able to switch between all of those out there at once, and how do you kind of go through that out there?
So I've been in middle my whole life, so middle kind of comes naturally. And then my freshman year of college, I started playing right side just for a little bit. And outside and right side are pretty similar, so the mindset switch is almost the same for them. I definitely struggled in the beginning with blocking on the right, but we pulled it together. And then I played outside last year, so it's more new on the brain. But I guess the transition would be the tempo, because obviously the sets are so much higher for an outside right side versus a middle. So that's the only thing I just have to tell myself to be patient and wait. But
I think having the versatility though between Reaghan and Sasha and having them being able to switch occasionally, me and Reaghan being able to switch, I think that's definitely an edge that we have on our team, that all of us are very versatile. And so having Reaghan be able to play all 3 positions gives us definitely an edge, like when we're playing other teams, because they never know where they're going to be.
I don't even know where I'm gonna be, so.
How do you feel about getting to lead a new group of freshmen who have just entered the college volleyball scene? Because I know you guys have been in college volleyball for a minute now. Been around the block a few times. What's your biggest advice to young college volleyball players on your team?
I think it's obviously a huge transition, especially at this level. And I'd say, just go out there and swing. That's what we tell all of them. Even passing too. Just be aggressive. You don't play scared and stuff. Obviously, you're a freshman. You're gonna make mistakes, but at the end of the day, it's okay. It's volleyball, and so that's something that we always tell them. And obviously, first time away from home, it's gonna be a little hard. So we make sure that we include them in our groups. We have some freshmen over for movie nights, most days out of the week, and so just to make sure they have a little bit of a home feeling when they're here.
Yeah, I think the upperclassmen definitely make a big emphasis on just reminding ourselves of that we've been in that position before, and I know what it feels like to be a freshman and going out there playing for the first time, and it is scary. And so just as much support and help that we can give them is just what we try to focus on.
1 or 2 more.
Coach rotated in a few freshmen for this one, obviously, getting their first collegiate match experience today. Just what did you notice out of them today, and what really stood out to you from them?
I definitely noticed their just energy, their little fresh new faces, and so I told all of them, I was just go out there and play as hard as you can, have fun with it. There's not huge expectations falling on their shoulders, they're freshmen, just go play volleyball. And so I definitely felt when they came in the game that it was just they're freshmen, they bring a little energy, a little spunk into the court, so I definitely felt that.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think helped you to improve from last season to this season?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
I think our intent in practice, for sure. It obviously starts from practice and things that we're doing off the court and on the court, and so I think our intent there has been so much higher than last year, and just the way that we run things and the expectations that we have for each other and from our coaching staff is definitely the big change.
What did you guys learn tonight that you can take with you as you got to come back and face Norfolk tomorrow?
I think just consistency, not letting us get into those runs. Obviously that killed us in the third set, that one serving run, and just if we do get in a hole, just moving on as fast as we can. Obviously it's obvious, you want to do that, but I think just focusing on those things, especially with smaller teams, and just focusing on especially blocking too. The level that they play at height-wise is a lot different, and so sometimes we can struggle with that a lot.
Yeah, I would say continuing to be aggressive and not being afraid to make errors and just taking risks, especially as hitters. Going for those high hands. If you miss, you miss. And just mixing up those shots when we have those opportunities to try new things tomorrow. So.
All right, awesome. Best of luck, ladies.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.